So today I thought would be pretty good to kind of clear up, you know, what does it mean to be certified in Epic? What does it mean to be accredited? And when you say proficiency, self-study proficiency, what does that mean? I haven't really seen anybody kind of break those three down. So I want to break those down so people understand and have a better understanding. So in Epic, you have three different statuses that you can achieve, right? You can either be certified, accredited, or you can be proficient, right? So when we talk about certified, this means that you went to Epic, the headquarters in Verona, right? You took all your training in person, you passed your exam, you did all your project builds. And so this is kind of like the original gold standard, right? Now, accredited, right? You did some of the training and the testing, okay? But it was done virtually. It's the same Epic instructors. It's just that, you did it virtually. You get the same content. You just don't go to Verona, and since COVID, um, organizations are starting to look at this as the same as maybe being Epic certified. Now, with the proficiency, and this is what I use to leverage to get my position is you don't get any formal Epic training. You basically learn the material on your own and you did everything yourself. So just shorthand, I got a little bit of a infographic here. Certified, you went to Verona. Accredited, same classes at Verona, but you just did them remotely. And then the proficiency is just self-study. You did them by yourself, self-trained, accredited, Epic trained, not in Verona, certified at Epic Verona. In all three of these different categories, these are just what you have to score on each of the different parts of getting either the certification, accreditation, or proficiency. You have to get an 80% on all exams, 80% on all the self-assessments, and then on the projects, you have to get 85%. Out here, the questions I get a lot are how do I get certified? Blah, 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 blah. The only two ways that you can get certified, you have to be an Epic community member, meaning you work at an org that uses Epic, or you work for a consulting firm that is Epic approved. Those are the only two ways. It's not like CompTIA or Microsoft or AWS where you just go and you sign up for the exam and you study and you pass. No, you have to be at an organization that uses Epic. Now, getting into a few roles that I found here, just to show you guys an example, like look at this role. It's a revenue cycle analyst. It's remote. It was just posted 2 days ago and it expires in 3 days. And this is at Texas. And this is what you can do too. If you see that a particular company has the role that you're looking for, but maybe you missed that role or you missed the opportunity to apply to that job, or if a company is posting roles related to Epic, you can create like a little hit list, right? So what you can do is, you know, um, organizations, organization hit list or something, and you can start putting these companies on a list and build out a list, and you can go back routinely and check these their career pages for a lot of these companies. So revenue cycle. If you don't get this one, maybe they may have another one for you, 2 weeks from now that you may be able to get hired on. So like look at this one. This is with Guidehouse, a remote medical inpatient coder. Now this is a remote job, right? And the only thing that it requires is a high school diploma. So in this particular situation, most of you probably won't have any of these certifications, right? But what I would do is I would take a class on medical terminology. I would take just a refresher on anatomy, maybe physiology, and I would just kind of make a resume around that. Even if you don't have any experience at all you need is a diploma. So I would go ahead and take some type of knowledge and then maybe leverage that to the best that I can. This is with Optum, and then try to leverage that to apply. So right, we have another here, Guidehouse, CVIR medical coder. Go ahead, add that to my hit list, and we have United Health Group, right? So I would add that to the organizations that I'm going to start looking at to see what job openings they have to go ahead and get experience in Epic. I don't even know what it means, but I would still apply. All you need is a high school diploma. Anything can be learned. So I would still apply to this and take a refresher on maybe like Microsoft Excel and make that the framework of what my resume would be. Probably won't get the job, but um, in situations like this where I don't really stand a chance, I would have to do something extra, like maybe submit a cover letter, or what I would do is try to find who the hiring manager is on LinkedIn somehow. I would go to LinkedIn and United Health Group. Notice where the job is listed out of, Minnesota, right? It's the primary location. So I would go search United Health Group and I would go to people. And what I would do is find out who is ever in a higher position, who's located in Minnesota. Boom, this guy. He's in Minnesota. I would message him and you know, hey, I saw blah blah. I would send him this rec number here and inquire about the position. You know, after I've applied. So those are some of the things that you can do. Videos very very long, but I'm gonna wrap it up here and yeah, tune in for the next one.